Okay, everybody, welcome back. Tonight, I do have a very special guest, and I cannot wait to bring him up. He's been a really good friend to me. I've had pleasure to talking with him and everything in the past, and I asked him today, and he said sure, and I was all excited. I could not wait to get done with work so I can come home and have him on the thing. So let's see who we got. Hey, PW, thank you for coming. Appreciate you being here. You too, Skinner. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. But for tonight, before I get him up here, I want to say thanks to everybody, all my members that I have in the channel. Appreciate each and every one of you, and all of my mods that takes care of my chat for me. I want to say thank each and every one of you. Thank y'all for supporting my channel and our investigations that when we go out at nights and stuff, me and my dad wanted me to tell y'all that he really thank y'all so much for that too. The 21st, I will be going to New York and hanging out. We're going to do the World Trade Center, but I will not be putting it videos for that. I'm just going to go for my personal reasons because I was a firefighter and I want to see if I can get any responses through my app and stuff like that. So that's going to be for my use only, but I will be doing a couple of lives in New York like I did last year and have some fun and stuff and everything. Hey, Darcy, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. And so then next year we will be going to Hawaii, and I maybe do some videos down there also. Maybe try to get some paranormal videos. I don't know yet what to expect when I get to Hawaii. And then next year, 2026, I will be going to the UK and stuff like that. 28th of this month, I will be going to spend a night in a cemetery, sleep, whatever I may do. It is my birthday, so it will be my birthday bash. If anybody wants to join in on the thing, I will be going live from 10 o'clock till sun up next morning. I might be walking around, sleeping, or whatever, so we'll see. Hey, May, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. So he's sitting, waiting patiently, y'all, and let's give him a good, warm welcome in. This is his second or third time on my show, and I'm tickled to death. We're going to talk about Global Ghost Hunt and the Parapost Network and all that stuff that he is involved with and everything. So welcome, Bryan J Laverty. Hey, bud.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. I like your opening there with the skeleton driving the car. That was awesome. Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
I've been working on Canva.
Okay. I got you. When I first saw it, I got, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it took me
driving the car. Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I think this is actually my third time on your show. Yeah. So we've had fun. We've had a lot of fun in the past.
We have. I did talk to Matt today, but he's going to try to be on another show.
Okay.
And get both y'all's perspective and on the ghost hunt.
Yeah, I think the both of us on there, we might be able to stir up some trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of us. Yeah, I talked to Matt earlier today myself. I may because obviously this week, it starts. So we got a meeting tomorrow night and to finalize everything because we got a few things going on during the Global Ghost Hunt. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. So
well, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into. Tell us how you got started with paranormal stuff and all this other stuff you're involved with.
Well, yeah. Well, it really started. I think you hear this story a lot from people. Is I've been able to see spirits since probably about 9 years old. And I know we've talked about this before, but when I see a spirit, I can't see facial features. I can't hear them, but I can see them.
Yeah.
When I see a spirit, it's like a solid black mass, and I can usually tell if it's a woman. I can usually tell if it's a woman or a male or female. And
Mhm.
so it really started when I was 9. But when it came down to investigations, that started about 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Wow. 12 years ago. Garcia, is that how you pronounce her name? Garcia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Garcia? Darcia?
Mike's cutting in and out on my side over here.
Is it? I don't know why. It should be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe what I'll do is, should I go to I don't know why it should be going in and out.
Yeah. It was going in and out like crazy.
Yeah. Do you want me to switch to the camera mic? I can do that.
Oh, it's good now.
It's good now?
Yeah. It's just something other. Every once in a while you'll speak out and it's like you back away 300-400 foot.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the test and it seems to be fine.
Okay.
So yeah, I started investigating about 12 years ago, and I joined a local team, and that's when investigations really started. Huntophobia, which is on YouTube and Paraflix. I guess Huntophobia started about 5 years ago, just around 5 years ago when I started my own group. Or it's not really a group; it's just me.
Yeah.
But I collab with other people, or go out with friends and stuff like that, or they join me and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been to the States, I've been to the UK, so collabing with other teams and groups and stuff like that. So that's really how I got into the paranormal about 12 years ago. Just joining a local group that I knew, or somebody I knew that knew this group, and that's how it got all started. So so it's been going ever since. For the first probably 6 years, 7 years, I was going out every once in a while. I wasn't doing a lot, but when I started my own group, that's when I started going out a lot more.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of videos. And again, I started about 3 years ago, I guess it was. I started putting my videos up on Paraflix. So I got season 1, season 2, and half of season 3, and I still have to do three more videos to complete that season.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 more seasons possibly coming out with all UK stuff that I did. I went to UK about 2 years ago, and I did 11 investigations in 14 days.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. So, I was with Ghoul Gang. I was with Portal to the Paranormal. And I was also with GSI Paranormal. So I was with a few groups doing investigations, and that was a lot of fun, because obviously the UK stuff is much better than the North American stuff.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, they got history after history after history,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of rich history, right? So I don't think I don't think it doesn't matter where you go in the UK. It's like everything is haunted.
Yeah.
So we did some amazing places in the UK, and those videos will eventually come out. But I haven't decided if I'm going to put them on Paraflix, or I'm just going to put them on YouTube, or what I'm going to do with them. So we'll see. Yeah. So that's how it all began, my friend.
Now, the Parapost that you got, what's it about?
Are we talking about Parapost, the app, or are we talking about Parapost Network on Facebook?
The app.
The app. Well, that started about 3 years ago as well. Just around the time of Paraflix started. I had a friend that was involved, or I went to a friend and I said, listen, I have this idea. What do you think? And he loved it, and he got involved, and he was involved for the first 4 or 5 months, and then decided this is not what he wanted to do. And so I became, the sole owner of Parapost Network. And basically it's an app that you can download on your phone, and it's a social media site for the paranormal, UFOs, supernatural, anything under the umbrella. Yeah. So basically what's going on with that, there's not a lot going on with it right now, but I'm in talks, or it's in the works, that I will be bringing down that particular social media site and bringing up a brand new one that will cater to people streaming live. And because that's what people want, right? They want to be able to go live on like any type of social media. So I will bring that down, and a brand new site will be put up, and you'll be able to go live on there. I don't necessarily know if it's just going to be paranormal, I think, or under the umbrella, but it's going to be I think it's just going to be an open social media site, but it does cater a lot to the paranormal side of stuff. So we'll see. But right now, it's one of those social media sites where you can become friends with other people on the site, or not become friends, because everything in the timeline, anytime somebody posts something, everybody sees it on the site. So, but eventually, once the new site goes up, I won't be able to do that anymore, because we'll have a lot more people joining. It is free. So it's not like there's a cost or anything like that. You just download the app and you go to the site and make an account like you would on any social media site. And there you go. You can start posting right away. So it was a really, really cool concept. In the first 6 months, it did really, really well. We were getting a lot of signups, a lot of people posting. We were probably getting about 30 or 40,000 views a month.
Yeah.
It's really gone down a lot because I'm in the works of bringing it down and putting up a brand new brand new one. So and that will cater, and it's going to look different. Everything's going to be different about it. But the main thing is, if you want, like Jonathan, if you wanted to put your show on there, you could.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. That's what I want to do. And so hopefully, and honestly, the whole thing about it was, eventually what's going to happen with Global Ghost Hunt will strictly be on Parapost.
Yeah.
And strictly be on YouTube and Parapost, and it won't be on Facebook anymore. Even though it does extremely well on Facebook, on the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page, it does extremely well. The whole goal is to have it strictly on Parapost and YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, because I'll be honest, Facebook, when it comes to the paranormal stuff, they really don't like.
Yeah.
They don't like pushing out paranormal stuff on Facebook. And I think that's why so many people have problems building their Facebook page, because of the algorithm of Facebook not pushing out the paranormal stuff, because they don't like it, to be honest. So yeah, so that is the long-term goal for Parapost. But really, Parapost was just generated for me thinking of a social media site that catered to the paranormal and everything under the umbrella. So that's how the idea came up, and we developed it, and it's there now. And it's had its problems. In the second year, we were having a problem with a hosting site that was always going down and affected our site. But that is the key, because eventually, once we build the new site, we'll have our own servers. So it won't be towards anyone. We'll have our own servers in a particular building, and so we won't have any of those issues. But again, costs a lot of money to do that. Servers are not cheap. Servers can cost up to $50,000. And then on top of that, for them to run, it's going to be a lot. But at the end of the day, it's a goal I have for the app. So yeah,
that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I know I'm on Parapost Network Central, but I never do hardly anything on there no more. I've got the app on my phone, but I just never go into it.
No, that's, we can't force anybody to go into the app, right? Either you go in or you don't. It's completely up to you. It's like Facebook or X or Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just another social media site where you can post stuff if you're into the paranormal, UFOs, supernatural, cryptids, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Hi, Pam. So so that's what that social media site is, but it is going to change. It's
Yeah.
going to be completely different once the new site is up. So I'm hoping it's going to be up by next year. That way we'll have the global ghost hunt on Parapost,
Yeah.
and that has been the long-term goal. So
I keep forgetting I have it on my phone. It looks like my ghost tube apps I use. I
yeah,
keep forgetting I have them on my phone. Then when I get in the truck and I say, "Oh yeah, there they are." I can't keep up with nothing. But
yeah.
I need to
It's one of
start.
those. You know what? The only reason why I keep up on social media is because of Parapost, Global Ghost Hunt.
Yeah.
Um, the new company I'm involved with, Health Empowers You. I'm involved with them, and they're one of our major sponsors for Global Ghost Hunt.
Yeah.
And so, I got a lot going on, and that's the only reason why I'm on social media. If I didn't have any of that stuff, I would hardly be on social media, to be honest. No, I seriously, I wouldn't, because the only social media site I would probably be on would probably be YouTube, and that's putting up my videos,
Yeah.
and that's it, and putting up the videos, the thumbnails on the social media sites. If I didn't have Global Ghost Hunt, Parapost Network, Health Empowers You, I wouldn't be on social media at all. I personally myself, I just don't like it. I just don't like social media. I think it's a cesspool of drama,
It
to be
is.
honest. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So I guess let's talk about the global ghost hunt. That's what I brought you on here for, and uh, how many teams you got so far?
Well, I will say this: we're going to have, over the 10 days, we're going to have 12 investigations.
Okay.
There could be possibly 2 more, so we might have 14 investigations.
Okay.
But so there's 12 to 14 investigations that are going to happen over the 10 days. So we're hoping, again, to get more people involved in the global ghost hunt, and hopefully, and we got some surprises coming at the end of the global ghost hunt that people are going to want to pay attention to, concerning next year.
Yeah.
And I told you before we came up on the live what's going on for next year, and I think people will be excited to find out what's happening next year.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're trying to get the teams to come back, and inspire them to come back. And that's why we're doing what we're going to be doing next year.
Okay.
So, Global Ghost Hunt's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work, to be honest.
That's cool.
It's a lot of work. So,
So tell us a little bit how did global ghost hunt get started? What made you think about getting it started? I mean, something you just thought of, or
well, you know what? I was involved in another group, and they did something similar, but theirs was only over a day.
yeah,
Mine's 10 days. There's the concept is the same, but in reality, it's really, really different between the two.
yeah,
But the other one doesn't exist anymore. So I was involved with them, and to be perfectly honest, before I started Global Ghost Hunt, I started thinking about not Global Ghost Hunt, the other, the other event. While I was with them, I started thinking about Global Ghost Hunt, and so I came to a few friends like AJ, AJ, and Michael. Michael, I also went to not Michael. I went to Matt and Matt Barron, and I brought these ideas to them. They loved them, so they said, "Let's get it started." And so I was with the other group for about 2 or 3 weeks, and to be honest, I didn't like what I was seeing behind the scenes,
yeah,
and I just didn't want to be involved in that. So I decided to leave, and because originally the reason why I joined was because originally I was going to be taking it over.
yeah,
That was the plan. Me and somebody else were going to take it over and continue continue doing it. And then obviously things were going to change if I was going to take it over.
Yeah.
That fell through. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to take it over. So I ended up leaving. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to start my own. And which I did. And it's been good. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. But again, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. And again, we do things a lot different. And theirs was 1 day, mine's 10 days. And we provided thumbnails and promo videos. Like that's what we were giving to the groups that signed up. They only offered one thumbnail. But I figured, you know what, they're joining, so we'll give them 2 thumbnails, 2 promo videos, and that's what we've done.
Yeah.
And obviously there's an entrance fee that we charged, and because of all the work that was being done behind the scenes. And so that was different. In the other event, it was only an hour. Ours is 2 hours, so people can go live for 2 hours. Or the reason why I did it the 10 days, and this was one of the biggest reasons, was because in the other event, if you weren't able to go live, if you had something wrong with the live, you were SOL.
Yeah.
Your team, if you had problem with the internet or anything like that, you couldn't go live, you were SOL. The reason why I did it 10 days is because I wanted people to give them, because sometimes when you walk into a location, the internet might not be working.
Yeah.
So what I told people they can do is go in there, film for 2 hours, and then send us your footage, and then we'll put it up during the event. So that way, people could still participate and not have to worry if the internet went down or anything like that, because they can just record there. So then they send us their video uncut, unedited. We want it to look as real as possible, because let's be honest, when you go into a location, Jonathan, you know this full well that sometimes when you go to a location, it could be dead for 45 minutes until something happens, or nothing might happen. So that's what we wanted people to see, that this is what real investigations are about, not what you see on YouTube with some of these people with, all the yelling, the screaming, the running away, or the, ooh, oh my God, what was that? Like all that kind of stuff. That's not what real investigations is about. So we wanted people to see what it's like from the beginning to the end. And there's a lot of, sorry for the pun, there's a lot of dead time. So we wanted people to have a true experience on what paranormal investigations is about. And that's what Global Ghost Hunt is. So people can film for 2 hours, they can send it to us, and they can still be part of the event. But on the other event, again, because it's only 1 day, if you weren't able to go live, you were SOL. So I figured, you know what, provide 10 days, and that gives people the opportunity to maybe do an investigation the week or 2 weeks before, send us the video, and they can still be part of the event. Like I saw Ruben. I saw Ruben in the room, and I think it was Ruben I saw in the room. And he's part of Abyss. Abyss Paranormal, and there you go, Ruben. And they're part of the event for the fall, and for the 17th. I will let people know Abyss will be the first investigation going up on Thursday, on the 17th at 9 p.m. So I did tell Vicky that they're going to be the first investigation team to go up, and she goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah, you're the first team to go up." So this Thursday at 9 p.m. On several different pages, go over to Global Ghost Hunt, and that's where the primary page is. Facebook, Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page. So, and YouTube, Global Ghost Hunt YouTube as well. But it will be going on a lot of different pages. So it's streamed all over. And I tell you, the 10 days, like the last event, I think we were around, can't recall the actual number. I think it was around 168,000 over 10 days. And the one before that, it was 196,000.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of views. And so if you want to watch some exciting paranormal stuff, we start on the 17th on YouTube and Facebook page, and it's going to be on a lot of other pages as well. It's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be everywhere. So it's going to be seen everywhere, because with everybody in the admin team, they go to the Facebook page and they share it everywhere. They share it everywhere, so it's seen everywhere. You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
So you know what it is, Jonathan. You've seen it. So
I'm planning on watching Vicky and them for sure, because Vicky and them is one of the cool people. I like to watch them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I watched
They
her
do a
last
lot.
year.
Yeah, they do a lot. They do a lot of different experiments, but they're doing. They're going to be in Ozark.
Yeah.
They're doing a Airbnb that used to be a morgue.
Yeah.
Which should be an interesting investigation.
Yeah.
It should be really, really cool to watch, and we're looking forward to it. So, and we're glad, because they've been a part of it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And and to have them go up first on the event is good, because again, they've done all of them since the beginning. So yeah, I'm glad they came back, and hopefully they'll be back next year, because we got good things happening next year, and it will bring a lot of people back, I think, once they find out what's going on. So yeah. But I will say, we're having something for your viewers. We're having something really cool during the event that I don't really think it's ever been done before. So we're doing an event within the event. So on the 19th at 7 p.m., we're having 3 investigations going on at once. So there's going to be Canada, there's going to be the States, and it's going to be the UK. All going on at once. So you're going to be able to, when you come to the live and watch it, you're going to see 3 investigations happening at once, which is going to be really, really super cool. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we did a test on Friday. I was at a cemetery, and Rosie and Emma were at a cemetery. And so we were kind of doing a test to see how it would go for that night of the event. And it was really, really cool. So if you go over to the Facebook page, the Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page, you can watch the live. There was a lot of crossover energy happening. So when I was asking a question at my end, they were getting an answer at their end in the UK. So it was really, really super cool. So everybody, we're gonna have a host. We're also gonna have Glenda Dawson. You know who Glenda Dawson is. She's going to be on there. She's going to be helping the investigators with the locations on maybe where to concentrate in the location. She's going to be, because she is a medium, so she's going to be hosting the show as well, along with Haley Overseth, and who does Frankie's podcast, and she also does Through the Lens with me now. So this event's going to be wild. There you go, Matt. Matt is going to be part of the event. He's doing a cemetery. I'm doing an abandoned church, and the Ghoul Gang, they're doing the Jack Ripper's Museum. So it's going to be really, really cool to watch. And we're seeing with what kind of crossover energy that we're going to get with all 3 locations, because it was happening on Friday, and it was really, really super cool. So with 3 teams going and having Haley and Glenda, and we're also during the show.
Hey, Vicky.
During the show, we're going to have a tarot card reader come up as well, that me and Haley had on Through the Lens, and a couple of weeks ago. She's going to be coming up on the show as well, and doing a bit of tarot card reading. So it's going to be 2 hours of this event within the event. I'm calling it the global event, and with the Global Ghost Hunt. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be on the 19th at 7 p.m. Starting time. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And so what do you think of that? Do you think that's a good idea? I don't think I've ever seen it done in this kind of magnitude, that we're going to have Canada, the States, and the UK
Yeah.
all at once.
That's
And
going to be very interesting.
I think it's going to be, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Jack Ripper's museum. That should be really, really cool because there's been a lot of stuff going on with him lately. I know there's a guy that just came out with a book with the actual name who they think it was.
Yeah.
And but Haley actually has a theory as well from somebody that she knows that he was actually an opera singer that was traveling because there were killings in New York that happened the same way as the ones in the UK. But anyways, at the end of the day, it's going to be really, really super cool. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be the first time we're doing it. And let's see what happens because you really can't. You can do all the tests you want, but at the end of the day, until it actually happens, you never know what's going to happen. So
You got that right.
Yeah, but the church that I'm doing, I've been there a number of times, and I know a lot of people like the church. I've got videos on Paraflix. I got videos on YouTube about that church, and there's a lot of activity at that church. And I just recently found out because it is a church, but before it was a church, it was a children's school.
Cool.
So I've actually captured a picture of a child's head in a doorway, and you can see the shoulders of this child.
Yeah.
So I never understood why there were children there, but I found this recently out that it used to be a school before it was a church. So that's super cool. But and obviously Matt doing his thing at the cemetery. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully people will stop by and watch. With Haley being the host and Glenda, and then Carol. There's actually another person who might be coming up during the show. He does Reiki, so that should be really cool as well. So it's going to be a fun 2 hours, and who knows, we might go longer than 2 hours. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did put the links down in the description box. So if y'all can, it's the Facebook link and the YouTube link. You can go there and you can go over, find the Facebook and join that also, and go to the YouTube and do all the YouTube stuff there too. So you won't miss
the YouTube or the Facebook side. We do well on Facebook when the event. The last event we had close to 19,000 views over the 10 days. So, it's not bad. It could be more.
Yeah.
But again, we do all this sharing and Facebook still doesn't push it out, and it's hard with Facebook, but eventually it won't be on Facebook anymore. It'll be on Parapost. It'll be on Parapost, the app, and just YouTube somewhere down the road, hopefully next year. So I'm in talks right now with somebody that's going to be a possible partner for Parapost Network. So he's actually buying into it and becoming part owner. So it should be a lot of fun. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you, buddy.
Let's see. I done lost train of thought now.
No, that's okay. So hopefully, if this goes off well, that next year we'll have more teams that want to be involved in the event, because we'll do depending how the event goes. If it goes really well, then we'll do it next year as well. On probably the first Saturday of the event, we'll do another event, and hopefully we'll have like 5 or 6 teams a part of it instead of just 3. I really like to get a team from Australia to be part of it. But the only downside to that is if they're going to be a part of it, they have to investigate at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, to be honest. So, but I'm hoping if it goes really well, we'll have 5 or 6 teams next year be a part of it. Because I just love to see more teams involved in that event. because I think the crossover energy is going to be incredible. Like, I think it's going to be incredible now with the 3, but and then with Glenda being there because she's an excellent medium. And then with Carol being there at some point during the show doing the tarot card reading, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good show. So, yeah.
What is some of the main goals for Global Ghost Hunt? Helping out locations, keeping locations live and stuff?
Yeah, well, you know what? Originally, when I started this, the whole thing was about locations. Like, obviously, we have a lot of teams out there. The teams are obviously a big part of that as well. But the main part was the locations, and I just felt that when we first started it, the locations are just not getting the recognition that they deserve, and there's a lot of locations closing down every year because they're not getting the paranormal investigators out there. So really, it was about showcasing the locations and giving more notice to the locations. And yeah, teams are important, but the locations are obviously more important, because if you don't have locations, you don't have teams, right? So so it was really about the locations and giving these locations the recognition they deserve. And hopefully, and I will say this, that in the past events, we have helped locations. There's been several locations that have been with the Global Ghost Hunt that weren't getting noticed or weren't getting recognized or whatever you want to say. And now they are being booked because of Global Ghost Hunt. Like, I can think of a couple of places offhand that weren't getting booked. Now they are. And people are going to these locations now and booking them. And that's what it really was about. It was getting these places booked so they don't have to close. Because there's hundreds being closed every year because of nobody visiting them, or they can't afford to keep them open, or there's vandalism or whatever it may be, because it costs money for them to stay open. And and with people not seeing them or going to them, they have to close or they sell or whatever they want to do. We've had locations in the past that closed down. We had one place that was looking for a team to investigate because they were going to have to sell. They didn't end up finding a team, and they ended up eventually selling. And I think they sold it to somebody else or something like that. And it was disappointing because we really wanted to get a team in there to help them out. And that's what it's really about. The long-term goal really for Global Ghost Hunt is to get it onto a really big global scale. Because eventually what I would like to do is with the entrance fee, which has been going towards other things with the Global Ghost Hunt, I would eventually like to give some of that money towards these locations. Like, we pick a location and we donate the money to them if they're having a lot of problems with finances. So that is the long-term goal. So really the long-term goal is to have 200, 300, 400 teams signing up for the Global Ghost Hunt and supporting the locations and stuff like that. But that takes a lot of money, takes a lot of time. And, I don't think people realize it costs money to keep this going. Like, I have to pay for a site, to keep the site up. People don't understand that. It costs money, and it costs money to do all this stuff. But I think we've been in talks with some other people partnering up as well, and to go on to a bigger scale than, or a bigger venue than YouTube or Facebook. So that's been talked about as well. Like, I'm talking a much bigger venue, and this company knows who we are, what we do. They are interested, but we have to have the right people coming in, and it's big. It's really, really super big. So once that happens, that will be announced somewhere down the road, and I think when that happens, I'm gonna have a ton of signups. So yeah, it's going to be, and obviously we won't be able to pick everyone, but yeah, it's going to be on a bigger venue than YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. So, yeah.
I can't believe I'm losing train of thought. I had it in my head and I get ready to get it out and I cannot remember now what it was.
That's okay. No problem. Take your time.
So when is what is the starting date of the ghost hunt, and what time in the what time, like 10 Central, 10 Eastern, or what?
So the first day of the event is the 17th, so that is Thursday. So like I said earlier, it will be Abyss Paranormal. That will be the first video going up. They had to record because of they couldn't get it in there on the dates that the Global Ghost Hunt was on, so they recorded. So it will be a recorded video.
Okay.
But and I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen all of it because I don't want to see all of it. I want to see all of it when it happens.
Yeah.
So they will be the first video. The date actually ends on the 27th, and that will be Caught in the Veil Paranormal. They will be the last. They will be the last. That will also be recorded as well. But that will be the end of the event, and then we'll have closing ceremonies. But we have investigations every single day, except one day. One day we'll have a halftime show called the closing ceremony, or the halftime show. That will be on the Thursday. That will be the 24th. So it goes from the 17th to the 27th, and the Abyss Paranormal video starts at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern.
Okay.
Because you asked about Eastern or Central.
Yeah.
So it will be Eastern. So, and again, that will be everywhere. It will be everywhere. You'll see it everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Y'all are more welcome to share it out on our page on Facebook, and I will try to put a post up on my YouTube channel, the community tab, also, and I will put the links up there so they can join over to there and
Cool,
everything.
So the schedule for the event goes up tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Okay.
So everybody will be able to see all the investigations that are going to be happening over the 10 days. So schedule on Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow goes up. So you'll be able to see all the investigations that are going to be happening.
Okay.
I will actually be doing two. I will be doing the event, and I will also be doing two more locations. It's called Bailey's Bridge and Hillside Church, which are literally steps from each other. So this bridge that I'm doing is quite haunted. So that will be happening on the 22nd of starting at 9. So I'll be doing two locations. Yeah. So so get ready for that schedule tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Hey, Twisted Zone, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Let me play a little halftime show right quick, and then when I come back, we will go ahead and do the last part of the show. And if you want to talk about anything else, you can.
I don't know what else to talk about, but you can just ask.
I done lost my thoughts.
That's okay.
So let me go ahead and play this right quick, and I will be right back. I gotta go get me something to drink.
There you go.
All right, where is that?
Behind you.
Okay, you can touch every one of these little toys out here now, please. Already got. Actually, it done got back up 36 degrees. It was 34.
I felt warmer a while ago.
I hear something clicking.
I've heard that. Not sitting right down there.
Will you please reach up here and touch that little gremlin for me? All you gotta do is hit him on the head, and he will go off. Just He'll make a funny noise, but he will not hurt you. If you want, you can cut that little cat toy on. Don't be rattling them keys, man.
I ain't rattling nothing. I got my hands right there top of my pants to keep my fingers warm. I ain't rattling nothing.
Okay, thank you. No way. No freaking way. No way.
I told you there's something right there, John, and you don't believe me.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's awesome. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that the first time. That was cool.
I don't know if I showed you the picture that we caught from that same bridge.
No, probably not. I think you might have. I can't recall what it is though.
Let me find it right here. Well,
somebody's still waiting on your T-shirt. Still waiting on John's T-shirt. Wait a minute, you didn't get.
Oh,
you were supposed to send a T-shirt. Did Ruben get his T-shirt that we sent him? Because I believe it was going to Ruben, that the Global Ghost Hunt T-shirt. I hope you guys got it.
Oh,
you better have got it.
They want me to make a T-shirt no freaking way on it.
Oh, there you go.
I
hope Ruben got his T-shirt, because when you signed up for Global Ghost Hunt and you did the package A, you get a free T-shirt. So, we sent out a business T-shirt.
Well, this is
you didn't yet. Really? That was sent out because I tracked it. Huh. And it was paid for. You better have gotten it. You never got it? Oh my God, I sent it out. I'm going to have to check on that, because that was supposed to be sent out. Huh. I put Vicky's address. I put Vicky's address on it. Ugh. Damn company. I did that like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So maybe it went to Vicky's place. Was something left on the door saying it was supposed to be picked up somewhere else? Because sometimes when you're not home, they drop it off at a post office or something like that. I will have to check on that. You guys are messing with me. You got the T-shirt. If Matt is still in the room, can you check on that, please, to see if they got it? Because you'll be able to. Some post office worker is rocking it, and everyone is like, "Nice shirt." If Matt is still in the room, can you check on that, Matt? Vicky got it. She's twisting my foot. I will check with them tomorrow. No, I sent that like a month and a half ago. If Matt's still in the room, can you check on that, please? Because that was supposed to be sent.
Hey, KK, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. This is the picture. This is the original picture. You can see the eyes and the nose and the mouth. And this is being fixed.
Oh, okay, there you go. That's better. Where is this? Is this at the same location?
Yeah, this is at the bridge that we've been doing. And this right here, you can't hardly see it. It's dark. This is another picture that was taken. You can see the two eyes, but you can't see nothing else. This was right behind me. And this is what it looks like, photoshopped a little bit. To me, it looks a little HD fine for me, but you can see the eyes.
What are those two dots beside it?
I have no earthly idea what that is. And this is the original photo. You can see me right here, and this is standing right behind me.
Oh, there you go. Looks like an alien's head. Definitely something.
I have no earthly idea what it was or what. And then that same night as that last one I showed you, this right here happened. Let's see, where is it? This sound right here. I'll carry you up the road up here. It's a family plot, and I don't know. I don't know. What,
That's funny. You taking off like that.
I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You taking off like you're in the middle of talking. All of a sudden, that stream happens, and then you take. Oh, that was good. That's a blooper reel right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That was the same night.
Yeah. Wow. That was kind of creepy.
It was when you out there in pitch black dark and nothing around you, and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it's funny. It's not funny, but one of the locations that I'm doing on during the Global Ghost Hunt, Hillside Church, that I'm going to be doing on the Tuesday night on the 22nd. I know somebody else who went there, and she didn't even see it in her video. I was watching the video that she did on YouTube, and I noticed something. It was quick. It was really quick, but so I stopped it, and then I rewind. I went back, and then I saw it, and then I played it again. But she captured a full body apparition in this cemetery, walking away from her, and then going around a corner.
Yeah.
And I asked her, was there anybody else there with her? And she goes, yeah, her friend was there, but her friend was standing beside her on that particular capture. So I thought it might have been her friend that was walking away or something like that. But it was a black mass walking away, and she actually captured it on video. She didn't even realize she did.
That's great.
So I messaged her and I told her, you got to go to this certain time in your video. And she goes, oh my God, I didn't even notice that. And it was really super cool. So a full body apparition has been caught there. I've been there, and what's really interesting about this, it's not very big. It's not very big at all. So there's actually benches in the graveyard. And so I was sitting on one of the benches, and I had my camera going. I just had it on I was just sitting there on the bench like this with my camera. I didn't notice it until I got home and went through the video. I actually captured a apparition myself, and it went by really quickly, and it was white. It was white though, and it went by really, really super quickly on the other side of the cemetery. And because the cemetery from one end to the other end is probably 100 feet. It's not very big. It's very old, but not very big.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you want to know what's your scariest location that you've investigated?
Yeah, I saw that question. I was thinking, what has been my scariest location? I've had several, but one that always stands out to me here in Ontario. It's about 5 hours from here. I went to an abandoned sawmill, and it's been closed for years. And the backstory of this place, 2 people died in it, and they died because they were fighting about money, and they killed each other when they were fighting. I'm assuming what had happened. I'm only assuming this, but they both died. Like something on the second floor they fell off of when they were fighting, and they both died. But the place itself, even walking up to it, you can feel You could feel the energy, and it's so thick and so dark. And let me put it this way. We had 2 camera people going. We had 2 camera people that night. And one of the camera people, um, uh, we couldn't use her footage because she was shaking a lot. She was scared. That's how thick it was in this place. It was very, very scary. And usually in investigation, if I'm with other people, we sometimes will split up and do our own things and stuff like that. Nobody split up. We stayed in one group the whole time during this investigation, and because nobody wanted to go anywhere except stay together.
Yeah.
So it was very, very, and I don't often get scared. Really don't. Because I've done investigations on my own, but a lot of investigations on my own. But this place, something about this place, there was something really not nice. We captured a lot of EVs, a lot of EVs. In fact, I had a medium with us, and he was even scared. She was terrified, and I actually captured an EVP saying Patty. I think that's her name. Her name was Patty, and so that was really, really super. That was really, really super scary place. Really, at the end of the day, I don't get scared too often, to be honest. It's just because I'm comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
But there's another location. When I was in the UK, there was a location. It was called Fort Widley, and it's underground tunnels that was used in the World War II, I believe, or both of them, World War I and World War II. They're about 30 feet, somewhere between 30 and 60 feet underground. They're all tunnels.
Yeah.
And in fact, there is a video on, Paranormal Caught on Camera. There's a video of a man being pushed in one of the tunnels. And it's quite scary, in fact. And so when I went there, and I was with Portal to the Paranormal, I was with Ghoul Gang, I was with Lex, Lex, and Lex Paranormal. We were all together doing this, doing these tunnels. It was really, really super cool. But there was a particular part in the tunnel, and exactly where that guy got pushed. So we had a bunch of equipment on the ground, and I saw the guy right away. I saw him right away. Very, very mean. Very, very mean person. And I said, you guys are wasting your time. He's not going to go near your equipment. In fact, he doesn't want us here. And there was one moment where I was going past the equipment, and all of a sudden, boom, he came right in my face. And again, I don't generally hear them, but that night I did. And it was something about the UK. It was something about the UK. The whole thing changed for me, because here in North America, I don't visually see facial features or hear them. But as soon as I landed in the UK, it was completely different. I started hearing them. Yeah. And it was interesting because when I entered the gates of this place, I had it felt like 600 spirits coming up to me, surrounding me. And it was funny because I think it was Sarah, or it might have been Rosie. It might have been Rosie, but they were asking me what was wrong. And I go, there is a shit ton of spirits around me. Like, I can't even move. But in this particular moment, he streamed in my face and said, get out. I would have to say that was pretty scary for me. But yeah, that place was incredible. And once you guys see the video, you're going to go, wow, I want to go there. If you get a chance to go to Fort Widley, go to Fort Widley when you're in the UK. It's an incredible place. It really, really is. Look it up, and you can see these tunnels. They're super cool, super long, and yeah, they were super cool. Super, super cool. But again, those are really the only two that really stand out for me when it comes to scary. My first investigation that I ever did and again, for your viewers, yes, I see spirits, but and again, I don't like using this word because I think it's overdone and overused, and that's demonic. I don't like using that word because I think people overuse it. Not everything's demonic. You can just have a pissed off spirit.
Yeah.
But my very first investigation, when I see something demonic, and I've only seen 5 in my lifetime, and that's not a lot. So that should tell you they're very, very rare. So I walked into this house and there it was. So when I see something demonic, it's usually a black translucent smoke that's moving around a room very, very slowly. Now that's what I see. So if I see that, I'm not an idiot. I don't stay.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what could happen. Anything could happen. Like when I was about 18, I saw one, and there was this particular house that was probably about a 15-minute walk from me where I grew up. And this house, I knew walking past this house, it was an abandoned house, but I knew something bad was in that house. And it was the type of house that everybody would go to party in and drink and do whatever they were doing. So I was asked several times to go, and I always said no because I had no interest. And so I was finally convinced one night. I didn't want to go. As soon as I started walking up the steps, I knew what I was going to encounter. And I walked in, and there it was. And I could only stay for about 10 minutes, and I left. I couldn't stay. My buddy stayed. Well, what's scary about all of that, he was scratched badly. He went into the hospital very, very ill, and he almost died. He lost about 40 pounds or whatever it was. And he was already a skinny guy, and they had no idea what was wrong with him. Well, I knew what was wrong with him, and he almost died.
No.
Eventually, it was gone, and he didn't die. But for a man that was probably 115 pounds, to lose 40 pounds, 30 pounds, that's scary. And I think it had everything to do with that thing that was there. But so getting back to the original question, I think those are really the ones that stand out. I've been to places that other people think that are scary. I didn't find them scary, but I think it's your whole perception of when you're going in and how you're feeling and all those things. And if you're walking into a location being scared, you're probably going to get scared.
Yeah.
But if you expect the worst, it usually happens. But so in all, I don't get. Those are probably my scariest places. But again, I don't get scared that often. So
Yeah.
that was a long answer. Sorry, folks. That was a long answer.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. So anything else you want to tell about the global ghost hunt before we get on out of here?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, just come over and support us. Come over and watch the investigations. Again, the schedule will go up tomorrow, so you'll have all the times. They're all Eastern time. So if you live in a different zone, at the last page of the schedule, it tells you all the time differences. We put that on there, but yeah, just come and check out the investigations, have some fun, make some comments. And the biggest thing we like people to do is share them. Share them to different groups, share them to different pages on Facebook, and just share it out and sit back and watch some fun investigations with some really, really fun groups and people that like to have a good time investigating. And yeah, just share it out and like it. Make a comment, make 2 comments, make 3 comments, and the more comments you make, the more you share it out, the more it gets pushed out, helps the algorithm, obviously. And we just want people to come and watch our investigations. But definitely come out and check out the one on the Saturday night on the 19th with the 3 investigations going on at once and seeing the crossover energy. It's going to be a lot of fun because we had a lot of it on Friday. So if you want to go over on Facebook on Global Ghost on Facebook page or Parapost Network. It's on there as well. Go check it out and see what happened, because there was a lot of crossover. It was a lot of fun. And in fact, there was one moment, I forget what the question was, but there was a question about me, and I think they were doing the Estes method, and she said, I think they said Bryan, but he's wearing a black jacket. He's wearing blue jeans, and I was wearing blue jeans, and I was wearing a black jacket.
Yeah.
So it was really quite cool. And so yeah, go check that out. And starting at 8:30 on Thursday, we have the opening ceremonies, and then at 9:00, you'll see the first investigation of Abyss Paranormal. We'll be investigating a Airbnb that used to be a morgue in Ozark, Missouri, I believe, Ozark, Missouri, I believe it is. And so it should be good. And then Friday, we have Rootless Destinations starting at, I believe, 9:00. And they will be investigating a great location. Again, you'll see the schedule tomorrow coming up at 4 p.m.
Are y'all doing 2 shows? Like, I know last year or first year, I think y'all did 2 shows on one night. A couple nights you did like a 2-hour show for one, and another couple hours of investigation.
Well, the how it works out this year, there will be at least one investigation. I believe the following Saturday on the 26th, there's 2 investigations. So most nights it's one investigation, but the Saturday night we'll have one investigation, 3 different teams. Thursday we'll have one, Friday we'll have one, Sunday we have one, Monday we have one. So it's mostly one, but the following Saturday we'll have 2, and that is at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. and then 8 p.m. We'll have another investigation, and that's going to be a great location. That is the Christie House. I think it's the Christie House Museum. That's happening in Minnesota. That's happening on the Saturday, and that will be Caught in the Veil. We'll be doing that investigation. Okay. So again, schedule comes out tomorrow. You'll see everything at 4 p.m. So just go over to Global Ghost on Facebook page, and if you can share it, you can like it, that'd be great. And I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
I know that was a last-minute thing, man, but I was sitting there on the forklift today, and I said, I've got to figure out who I can get come on.
You know what? I've always told you, whenever you need a guest, just give me a holler, because you know I'll come on your show. You've been a great supporter of Parapost and of, obviously, Global Ghost Hunt as well. So anytime you need a guest or 2, just give me a call, and I'll be happy to come up.
Yeah, I do support y'all. I know I don't come in there very often, but I try my best to make
I know you do.
But this year I'll be in New York watching y'all. So
great. That's going to be a lot of fun, New York. I was there. What year was I? I think I was there 3 years after the towers hit, or the towers got hit.
Yeah.
And it was just a hole. It was just a big hole. And I think it was either 2 years or 3 years after. And I tell you, going to that place and walking up to that hole, the energy, the thick energy, I saw a lot of spirits that day, that's for sure. But yeah, it's very sad, very, very sad. And you even 4 years, I think it was 4 years actually, 4 years after it happened, the emotions that just overwhelm you when you see the hole. And it was interesting because even the building next door still had the black drape over it. And there was a couple of buildings down that were missing pieces from the building because of that. And those were that was like a block and a half down. There was pieces missing from the building. When those towers came down. And yeah, you're right. A lot of heavy energy there, and it's very, very very, very scary and very, very thick and very, very sad. And I'm sure now, even now, what they put in there still going there. I'm sure, I'm positive you'd still get that overwhelming feeling because you know what's happened there and the thick energy. You know what? Pull an SB7 out of that place. I'm sure a lot of spirits have a lot of things to say.
Be honest with you, I am going to be doing that, but I will not post it on social media.
No.
I'm going to do it for my reason. Since like I said, I was a firefighter for 12 years, and that happened when I was a firefighter. So I want to go see if I can, trying to get some energy started up from that, from my point of view to their point of view and stuff like that.
There's one place I really, really want to go, and I almost went when I was in the UK a couple of years ago. There's this one place I want to go because I can imagine the energy that's coming off that place, and that's Normandy.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to Normandy and just get on that beach and see what that would be like. I'm sure that would be incredible place to investigate, and I can't imagine what you'd capture there. And the same thing with, and this is my number one spot that I want to hit is Suicide Forest in Japan. That's my number one place that I want to go to. I can't imagine what that place would be like. Probably super, super scary but thank you for having me on. And again, you know where to get hold of me if you ever need me to come back. And it'd be great to have me and Matt come on the show as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to do a midweek show this coming. Well, I can't do it because y'all be starting y'all's ghost hunt this time on this Thursday.
Yeah, well, we can still do it, but because the investigations happen at night, right? So.
Well, I'll get off. I'll be working. I don't get off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Until 7:30, 7:40, something.
Yeah, probably after the event would probably be better.
Yeah, because I want to try to check in on y'all like halfway through the hunt and get y'all's point of view on different things and stuff like that, and do a follow.
I think what we're going to be doing as well, because we did it last year. I think on Halloween, I think we're going to be replaying all the videos throughout the day.
That'd be cool.
So we'll probably have 8 or 9 investigations that are going to happen throughout the day on Halloween. We did it last year and it was successful. So we'll probably do something like that as well for Halloween. Just replaying some of the investigations.
Hey Sam, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm because like I said, the 28th was my birthday of October, so I will be spending the night in the cemetery, and I'll probably end up falling asleep.
There you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I appreciate it. So I'm going to be going live, and you might hear me snoring or whatever. Might be a spirit snoring. I don't
know. Yeah. I doubt you'll fall asleep.
My dad said he will go with me, but he's going to be sitting in the truck because it's going to be cold the 28th. I already got the feeling my bones is hurting. So,
okay.
I appreciate
you. Have fun.
I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for coming in, and I will try to get Matt on here probably next Sunday, and
Matt will be with me on the paranormal investigation that's happening that night. So that happens I think that starts at 9.
9 at night.
Yeah, 9 at night. So you might be able to jump off and come on your show.
Well, I might try to do it earlier because I told him I was going to try to do it early, get him on, to help out with us. And but I do appreciate you so much. Appreciate everybody that's been here. And
thank you to everyone.
If you want to hang out for a few minutes after everything's over with, and I'll talk to you for a little bit, and then we'll get on out here.
Okay,
but thank you for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
So everybody, appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, next, let's see, my next show will be Wednesday morning as I drive to work, so y'all can come hang out with me then. And I will leave you with the video. So bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one. Thank y'all so much for being
Good night,
here.
everyone.